Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Holly. For those of you who have never visited my channel before, I am so happy you're here to watch this video, so let's go ahead and get right into it. Today's topic is how to stay organized / organizational tips for nursing school. I do have my top 7 tips because I couldn't narrow it down, so hopefully I can keep it to 7. So let's go ahead and get right into it. My top 7 tips for nursing students on how to stay organized. Tip number 1, I just kind of want to show you guys what I keep all of my stuff in and what I do to kind of stay organized. I have 3 different bags, and I know that that sounds crazy, but it is how I stay organized personally, and this is just a tip. So tip number 1 is pick your utility bags. So what I have for school in general, nursing school, is I have my backpack. This is Vera Bradley, super cute print. I got this on Amazon last fall. Then I have my clinical bag, which I actually just got in the mail yesterday. It has a cute little, well, if you like for size wise, like this is what it looks like. It has, you know, the pink chevron print. It has, you know, the cute little stethoscope with my name on it. And then I'm just going to show you guys what I keep in here. I keep all of my stuff in different bags because they're all used for different purposes. So my school bag, that's when I'm going to class. That's when I have my books. That's when I have my binders. When I'm going to clinical is very specific on what you need at clinical. You do not need to bring all of your freaking books. You need to bring a couple. So in here I have my clipboard, and this has the little opener. I got mine at Target actually. This is great for clinical because you're able to store your papers inside while you're in a patient's room and not worry about like HIPAA violations or anything like that. So got this there. And then I also keep my clinical binder. I haven't done anything cute on the front yet for print, but this is my entire binder for clinical. It has my schedule, it has what I'm doing, it has where I'm going. That is extremely important to have, so I keep my binder, that. And I also have 2 books that I will be taking with me, my nursing diagnosis book and my NIC, which is what I need specifically for clinical. My clinicals start on for med. And then in this cute little front pocket, I keep my stethoscope, which mine is a Littman 3. It is just, I think it was like $104 maybe, but I bought this last fall. It's just super cute, that hot pink. It matches my bag perfectly. And then I also have my blood pressure cuff, which you guys can see that right now. I don't need to get it all the way out, but that is what I keep in that front pocket. That is specifically, entirely, this bag is for clinical. I feel like that is a way to kind of stay organized with your things, so you're not, you know, grabbing in your backpack and you don't have everything you need. I just feel like it's a super good way to stay organized, to have everything in one bag for clinical. I'm not going to show you guys what's in my backpack because that's kind of dumb. I really don't have anything exciting in there. I just have my books and stuff. Two. Organizational tip number 2, guys, is highlighters / colors / everything you can do to get yourself in the mind to memory to muscle memory, I guess you could say. So basically what I do is I have multiple different colors of types of writing utensils. So I have different colored pens, I have different colored highlighters, I have different colored Sharpie permanent marker pen. My book bag is just packed full of different colors. Like I can't even, like you guys are seeing this right now, like so many different things to highlight answers, you know, write in my notes. Like I'm the type of person who needs to see things in color and in different ways. And if I'm sitting in a test, my personal brain works like this. I will remember the sheet of paper because first of all, you study till your eyes bleed. Quoted from my cousin Christine, you study until your eyes bleed, and you'll be sitting in the exam and you will think, looking at the sheet, I know where this is at, I know where this is at. You'll be talking about like catecholamines and you'll be like, oh my god, this one is, catecholamines are epinephrine, norepinephrine, dobutamine, and dopamine. And I remember that because I remember that they were in the color orange and catecholamines was highlighted in green. You guys get the gist. But highlighters in different colors are extremely important, and I'm going to show you why. Okay, so right here I have my pharmacology binder. I'm going to show you guys just an example of what I am talking about. So just first and foremost, this is a page that I can show you guys. Hopefully it'll focus. So this is what my notes look like. This is the page where we actually took the notes. She gives us the outline and I write in stuff on the sides, you know, I highlight stuff. And then over here, as you can see, I wrote like the different receptors. We have alpha 1, alpha 2, beta 1, beta 2, you know, I write them in and I do them in different colors and I highlight. And that is how my brain personally will work during tests. So Tip number 3 for staying organized in nursing school is invest in some good ass tabs, sticky tabs. Invest in some good sticky tabs. I'll show you guys mine. Mine look like this. I got these at Walmart, and why they are important, guys, is because this is what it looks like in your books. So what I do is I will go through, my teacher actually helped us do this with our nursing diagnosis book. We actually went through and marked the top of the tabs. Maybe you guys can read them. Maybe not, but one of them says section 2, section 3, and then FHP and Maslow's. So Maslow's is like the scale, if you guys know what that is. I'll just show it to you. Maslow's hierarchy of needs. So I personally just take them and I tab all of my books. So for example, for pharmacology, we were scheduled to read 10 chapters. We were assigned 10 chapters. Well, technically we only had to read 4 and we got to skim the other 5. No. Yeah, 6. We only really had to read 4, but we were able to skim the other 6. So what I personally do is this is how I make things what's important and what's not as important. So the green, as you guys can see, the green tabs up here, these were for the chapters that I had to read, and then the yellow tabs were for the chapters that I needed to skim. So that was just my way of personally knowing, you know, where do I need to go. So if I carry this book with me, you know, I'm getting my hair done or something, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh crap, what chapters was I supposed to read? I sit down and I'm like, damn, the yellow ones, those are the ones that I needed to skim, and the green is the one that I needed to read. That is another way to stay organized, is the sticky tabs, and you will need them for your clinical binders. You will need them for reading. Like, they're just so, just get them guys, just get them. You're gonna want them, I promise. Another tip that goes with tip number 3 is some binder separators. So for all of my binders, they are covered in these. I have to buy like 17 of these a year, I swear, like 17 of these packs of 16, because I need them so often. But basically what I do is I pull these into my binder, so for each unit I'm able to just open it up. So like this one is for food and drug interaction, this one is chapter 18 and 19, and then if I flip to the next tab, this one's chapter 19, this one's chapter 21. You know what I mean? It's just really, really easy when you're studying so that your papers aren't all jumbled. I separate them out for everything. Like, I just keep buying those tabs because for me, that's how I like to stay organized, is I like knowing this is in this section, this is in this section, this is in this section. Because for pharmacology, it gets very, very like overwhelming, because there's adrenergic drugs, there's cholinergic drugs, there's beta blocking drugs, there's ACE inhibitor. Like, it's just a lot better and easier if you're able to separate everything out. All right, tip number 4 is invest in a note-taking strategy. This is what's going to help you stay organized with your notes. I'm going to show you guys 2 methods because I feel like every person's different, and some people may take this one way, some people may go with it the other way. Because in my class, I actually personally, I go one way, and the friend sitting next to me will do it the other way. Like, for example, my friend Luke, the other day, we were sitting in class taking pharmacology notes, and our professor prints off outlines and PowerPoints, and we were sitting there and we had gone through notes because our class is 3 hours long. So after the first hour, Luke was sitting there and I heard him say, I think I like the PowerPoints better, and I was like, really? I think I like the outline better. So everybody takes notes differently, everybody thinks of it differently, but I personally am going to show you guys what I do. I did show you guys my note page, but basically how pharmacology goes is we have overview basics, like overview learning objectives. So I always put those in the front page of my binder for whatever unit we're on, and then after that page we go on and the notes start. So this is a note-taking strategy that some of you may like, some of you may not like, and if your professors give you slides, you're able to do this yourself. So this is basically an outline. So this was pharmacology basics. This was our first week of school 2 weeks ago, but this is basically what it looks like. This is the outline. So they kind of just give us like definitions and stuff. It's just like an outline form. It's not like what I'm about to show you. So that's one method of note taking, which is what I personally like. And then there's a second one, which is just so you guys can see it. Then there are PowerPoints that look like this. So it'll show you the PowerPoint and you're able to, you know, take your notes right here on the sides. Obviously, as you can see, I don't take as many notes when it's like that. I've found that I really do like the outline style a little bit more. It's kind of a way to keep my brain just a little bit more involved. I feel like when I'm looking at the slides, I get kind of like overwhelmed, like thinking about each of them, but that was how I did patho, and I think maybe if I had the outlines maybe in patho, it would have been a little bit easier studying, but that is my fourth tip, is to find a note-taking strategy that works for you. If you're the type of person in class who wants to sit there and write every word they freaking say, go for it. But I don't have the time for that, especially in classes like Farm and Fun. So tip number 5 is get a planner that works for you. Obviously, you guys know that I use the Passion Planner. I preach the Passion Planner. I really do enjoy this planner. I think that I'll be getting a different one next year though, just because I like difference. Like I like switching things up a little bit. But I really like it because it gives you a layout of your week. You're able to write things in hour by hour, day by day, and then you have all this space here at the bottom to write lists and stuff. And it also gives you monthly overviews, which I personally like. I feel like the monthly overviews is a way to like keep track of, you know, exams and quizzes and tests and stuff. That's personally what I like. So make sure you guys get a planner that works for you. I know that I have used ones from Target. I've had the Erin Condren planner. I feel like they're all really good planners. You just want to make sure that because you're so busy in nursing school that you're able to write in everything you need to write in, and that you're not like losing space, because that honestly sucks when you get a planner that has like no freaking space to write. Tip number 6, find a friend. And I know that sounds kind of stupid, but this is what I like to do. My friend Jenna and I, we talk every Sunday about what everything that is due the next week, and I feel like that's really beneficial in staying organized, because a lot of the times someone may miss something, and if you compare your notes with friends, if you compare your schedule with friends, you're able to see like if you miss something, like, hey girl, we have a quiz due on Sunday night, or we had this email assignment due. Because honestly, we have a group chat in my nursing school, like there's like 10 of us in a group chat, and I texted and asked a question about an assignment that was due Wednesday, and there was like 3 people who were like, what, that's due? And I'm like, yes, thank God that I like said something, or you guys would have missed it. Like, it's helpful to have a friend, because you never know when you're gonna miss something, because there's constantly paper assignments and email assignments and drop boxes and ATI, and there's just a lot to know. So having a friend able to rely on to help each other out and make sure that nobody's missing anything is going to help you stay sane and organized, I promise. Okay, and then my number 7 tip was kind of stupid, so I decided to just kind of influence this into me talking about test taking strategies. I've had a lot of people question me and ask me, you know, how do you study for your exams? Like people who are just coming into nursing school, or people who are giving me advice about how to study for pharm. I had my first pharmacology exam this coming Thursday. That's kind of why my video is postponed until now, because I was like getting prepared and getting all my study materials together. So basically I'm going to tell you guys how I do studying for tests and how it's worked for me and how it hasn't worked for me sometimes, but this is kind of just the way I like to do things. So basically, if I have an exam, let's say in a week, so I have my pharmacology exam next Thursday, basically what I do is I don't start actually like hardcore studying until about 4 days before. So that would be Monday, which is this coming Monday. I will like actually be hardcore in the books all day. But what I like to do is I like to study a little bit every single day, and that even may be like just reading through my notes, or like, because it's so difficult for me to sit down and study for 12 hours, because as much as you say like that's what you're gonna do, like you don't obviously sit down and study for 12 hours. Like I'm just not the type of person who can do that. I get distracted really easily, I get bored, I get depressed that I'm sitting there that long. Like I just can't. So I like to kind of prep in advance, just kind of get my shit together, make sure that I have all my study materials, you know, make my Quizlets, make note cards, which is what I've done. So for example, just to show you guys, like these are some of my pharmacology flashcards. I just had these sitting here because I was looking at them earlier. Like have your stuff ready to go in advance, and then make sure that when it's 3 to 4 nights before the exam, then you can study hard and make sure you grind everything out. But you're not going to be like, that Ako Taco moment when your camera like runs out of storage in the middle of a video and you continue to talk and you didn't know that it happened. So here I am. You're gonna have your note cards, you're gonna have your Quizlets, you're gonna have your study materials ready to go. You're just gonna be set, and that is the biggest piece of advice that I have, is do not procrastinate. It doesn't work well for anyone. Even though people can sometimes cram before an exam and ace it, it's not gonna work for you every time, and it's going to bite you in the ass. So my recommendation is to get your study skills in check first, because it's going to benefit you in the long run. And I'm not saying that I'm perfect and study every day, because I definitely don't. There was an exam last semester for patho that literally my friends and I went out, I think it was Halloween weekend. We went out all weekend and we had an exam on Monday, and the first day I started studying for it was Sunday. I was so burnt out. It was the middle of the semester, you know, it was just stupid. I just honestly shouldn't have done that, and I don't recommend it. So getting your little ducks in a row before the exam is extremely important. And I do have one more study tip that I forgot to add, that I want to add in one last thing, not study tip, organizational tip, is we'll name this number, we'll say 8. Find a fun place to study. And I know that that sounds kind of stupid, but like at the same time, like my friend Ashley literally snapped me yesterday, and she was studying in like this like place I've never even seen because we live in the same spot. And like she literally like on our main street, she was snapping me and she's like studying at blah blah blah, and it was like a cute little tea shop. I'm like, where is that? She's like, it's in the bottom of one of the boutiques. I'm like, I didn't know that. That's awesome. Like that's so fun. Go somewhere where nobody would see you. Go somewhere where nobody's gonna go and, you know, grind out studying. You know, look over your notes. You don't have to sit there and freaking study all day, but like going somewhere and getting out of your comfort zone and like getting the mind, like with your memory, like getting your memory to think a little bit harder in different areas is going to help you in your test, because you're going to be able to know it front, back, side, up, down. You're going to know it. You're going to be able to pull the information out of a question and be able to just be like, hey, I know this. So that is my 7 organizational tips plus 1 for being organized in nursing school, and just some test taking strategies. I hope that this kind of helps someone. Maybe it didn't. Maybe everybody's heard the same thing like over and over again, but honestly, when I was a pre-nursing student, I found these videos helpful. So if you did give this video a thumbs up, that really does help me see that you guys enjoy these videos and like I'm putting out content that you guys like. I really go by the likes and the amount of views, because the nursing videos get a ton of views. So I might do a day in the life video this week, because I do have a test and my days are pretty jam-packed full, like showing you guys what I would do for like my morning workout and like when I work out, like get ready with me. I don't know, I have a lot of ideas, so lots of videos coming, guys. I hope you're enjoying them so far, and I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and until next time, bye guys.